we're live, guys.
Oh, let me share it.
Just and the audio is also going through, so you can say whatever.
Harish, like,
Just share.
So live with Zulfi. Welcome to Karachi Community Radio, and we're also joined with Shad on backup vocals. Okay, wait, it's not on. Yeah. So we're live with Karachi Community Radio with Zulfi and Shad, and we're super excited to have them. Zulfi's been working on some really dope punk, pocket rock slash grunge slash.
It's barely grunge. I feel like it.
But I'm really excited to have him over here, and he's just released his EP called Alternative.
No, so Alternative is about to come out very
Okay.
soon, and I released 2 songs from it.
All
Up till
right,
now.
so it's about to come out, and he's released 2 tracks. One is Locals, and the
Other one is
one's
called Crown, which was the
Crown.
first single.
Yeah, the first single. Okay. And we're going to start off, just kick it off.
With Locals.
Locals. And do you want to tell us a bit about your EP as well?
Yeah, so Alternative is sort of the name of the EP album. It's like a concept album-ish, in the sense that the songs are sort of embodying a Pakistani identity, which is scarcely written about but still exists. And so Locals is a song about the local Lahori girls, in my experience. And I don't think those are the kind of girls we hear about often. So I wrote a song about them, for them,
Awesome.
with them.
All right, that's great, and let's hear some of it. Just,
चलो नाचेंगे फिर अब तो नाचेंगे हम Oh, can't hold you to the disco tonight. We're spitting out the locals, we're spitting fire. Yeah, local girl, you're not loved. You're so fun, they fucked up. Put your mind up for display. You change my clothes, you change my sway. Yeah, 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 yo. You got the boys with the politics of joy. Take a smoke break and make some noise. Spitting out the local fucking royals. Local girl, you're not loved. You're so fun, they're fucked up. Put your mind up for display. You change my clothes, you change my sway. Local girl, you fucked up again. You fucked these locals in their heads again. And again, and again, and again, and again. And again, and again, and again, and again. Local boys, local girls, assemble. And attention, local girl makes local boy. Think girls are fucking crazy. Local boy thinks the child talks too fast, super shady. Local girl runs party favors, boys deceive it, boring reach alcohol or window pain. And local girl thinks it's foreign history. His fits is jealous, jittery. Your shoes don't fit, your shoes don't fit, your shoes don't fit his mystery. I'll leave that boy, let it be. Don't understand your sex appeal. Drop that action, dance. Local girl, you're not loved. You're so fun, they're fucked up. Put your mind up for display. You change my clothes, you change my sway. Local girl, you fucked up again. You fucked these locals and that's again. And again, and again, and again, and again. And again, and again, and again, and again. Local girl, take yourself out to a spread. Ask yourself almost anything. Won't you see what's in your head? We don't fuck with your local mess.
awesome.
Thank you. Started off rough, but we made it. We made it through.
All right, that's pretty cool.
I hope you guys enjoyed that.
Yeah. Like, subscribe, and follow.
Like, no.
So I'm just going to ask you one of the first questions. So, what do you think of introductions? Although you've written quite a good introduction for yourself, don't you feel any vanity in writing like self-introductions? Or do you think that to be a poet once has to be pretty vain enough already?
No, I do 100% agree with you, because that's why all the introductions I send out as like my introductions are actually written by my friends or other fellow collaborators, because it's so weird to write like Zulfi does this, like I don't know what the fuck I'm doing half the time, but like, so I sent my stuff to a friend and I was like, oh, if you were to write an intro for this artist having this document, what would you say? And so they wrote the intros and they wrote it good, so I passed them off. But yeah, I do feel very vain about writing intros, especially like short bios and stuff when people ask,
Yeah.
because I guess I'm an English major, that's a bio.
Alright, yeah, for sure. So what do you think of maybe poetic names for Pakistan, like from Pakistan, like Raja Rani, Suleimani, etc.?
I do sense a lot of like, as in I do feel a lot of romanticism from that, and like Urdu and Pakistan, we are like a pretty romantic people. So maaf hai, chalta hai type, you know, it looks cute as hell.
And do you like Pan?
Huh?
Do you like
Dude,
Pan?
as much as I would have liked to like pan, I can't stomach the taste. But the thing is, since I was a child, like I would just like, I'd have the pan because all my friends were having the pan and all my cousins were having the pan, and like the first time I was introduced to a pan by my cousins, right? We were in this market type thingy in Islamabad, and everyone was like, you know, having the pan and feeling really cool about it. I was like, I want a pan. They're like, you're not gonna like it. I was like, no, I want a pan right now. And I had a pan, and I was like, oh my fucking god, that tastes disgusting. And so I spat it on the floor, and I never tried again.
So you had the Pan Ki Peak experience.
Yeah,
as
yeah,
well.
yeah. Yeah,
That's
it's like,
what happened in the end.
but dude, it was such an overwhelming.
She contributed to that.
It's too overwhelming a taste for me.
All right, but so do you think Pan Ki Peak is important for Pakistan?
What's pan ki peak?
Which is like once you have the pan, you spit it out, and
It's on the walls. It's
Oh.
spread on the walls.
the spread
Ooh.
like
I don't actually see that a lot in Pakistan. I feel like that's an India thing, not
Karachi thing.
maybe a Karachi thing. Lahore is a bada saaf shahar type. Like the Karachi bada ganda type लगता है, उसको
Okay.
साफ धूप नहीं करता.
It's raw.
We're like city of the gardens, you know, in Lahore.
Yeah. So
Um,
have you found Karachi so far? You've been here for a bit.
yeah, I've actually loved it. I feel like the state of like just simple initiative in Karachi is at such a higher level than it is in Lahore, at least in my experience. And sometimes this is like very day-to-day normalized life in Lahore, but like coming to Karachi, I see like there's a lot of strict elitism in Lahore. Like a lot of people from similar backgrounds are part of like a similar city ecosystem, and I've seen like that's not the scene in Karachi a lot of the times, and I really like that. And also the whole sit at a dhaba and do whatever the hell you want for however many hours, I'm a big fan of that also. Like it's just like feels like a very like uncapitalistic chill sit for as long as you want kind of space.
For sure. Well, we're glad that you're in Karachi and you've had a good time so far. And we're gonna get back to some music.
Okay.
Yeah, tell us a bit about the track you're gonna play. And
So the next song that I'm gonna play is called Big Mouth. This is actually Big Mouth was the name of my first ever EP that I released in 2017. Yes, 2017. This song actually was co-written between me and my friend Mustafa Yazdani, who's also a musician and writer and filmmaker. Yeah, so So this song is sort of like a conversation that we are having, and I'm not sure who's saying what parts, but it's felt very passionately.
Alright.
So this was the first ever song that I worked on when I started seriously recording my music.
Nice. Let's hear it.
Let's do it. 1, 2, 3, 4. But you're so smart, just like we want you to. I got a big heart, and I'll show it off at parties too. Talking so smart, but who do you think you're talking to? Come on back, love, there's so much more we can do. Did you hear about the new trends of the cool kids? Stuck at dead ends. Sometimes I wish that I was you, and they do too, and they do too. Forget them, the world's hardest on a string. But dance, love, and talk me, but do it like I taught you to. Do it like I taught you to, and stay the same. Took powder, drugs, and free time, and model love, but do it like I taught you to. Do it like I taught you to. But you're so smart, don't make a mess, don't fight your food. But you're so smart, now you're just fucking rude. Oh, talk wet, bubblegum spit. Oh, look at this, yo, they think that's slick. But I found you out on the curb smoking. But you hate cigarettes. But you hate cigarettes. And you dance mean and talk love and no stay clean. And I think you're dumb now. Pulling big trips now. Pulling big trips now. Forget them, the world's hard. Start a string, but swing Monday to Saturday. But do it like I taught you to. Do it like I taught you to. Say the same, two powder drugs and free time and cooler kids. But do it like I taught you to. Do it like I taught you to. Remember your morals. Fists up in quarrels. Don't get drunk, but be honest. Your attitude and learning is all that you have to be glad for. Don't yell in public, what's there to be mad for? I walk like a dog with 4 arms out. You walk aimlessly with your big mouth. But you're so smart, just like we want you to. I got a big heart, and I'll show it off at parties too. Talking so smart, but who do I think I'm talking to? Come on back, love, there's so much more left to do. That was Big Mouth.
Nice. I'm really liking this.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. All made in Lahore.
So yeah, let's just get into the next track.
Go for it. So the next track we're gonna play is a cover. And this is one of my favorite Lana Del Rey songs called Love. And I'm playing this song because I think it's a very important generational shift for Lana Del Rey, who's been like the symbol of clinically glamorized depression for all like a certain generation of teenagers. And this song was sort of her like curing and helping heal the people that she helped romanticize into a rut. So I think it's a very beautiful song, and I think it describes my generation, my kids, very well. And the song that we're mashing it up with is a very popular song that you guys will halfway through find out. So I'm not gonna name that one just yet. Suspense. Look at you kids, you know you're the coolest. The world is yours, but you can't refuse it. Seen so much you could get the blues, but that don't mean that you should abuse it. But it's enough just to make you go crazy. I know it's enough just to make you go crazy. You get ready, you get all dressed up to go nowhere in particular. Back to work or the coffee shops, doesn't matter, 'cause it's enough to be young and in love. Don't worry, baby, to be young and in love. Don't worry, baby, 'cause girls like you run around with guys like me. So now when I come to, I need a girl like you. Yeah, yeah, girls like you love fun, yeah, me too. Now when I come to, I need a girl like you. Yeah, 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 yeah. I need a girl like you. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, 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 I need a girl like you.
Maybe it's 6:45. Maybe I'm barely alive. Maybe you've taken my shit for the last time.
Yeah, yeah.
Maybe I know that I'm drunk. Maybe I know you're the one. Maybe I'm thinking it's better if you try.
Not too long ago, I was dancing for dollars. No, it's really real. If I let you meet my mama, you don't want a girl like me. I'm too crazy, but all the other girls you meet is too gazy. I'm sure the other girls are nice enough, but you need someone to spice it up. So who you gonna call party, Cardi? Coming of it up like a Holly. Why is the best food always wooden? I'm coming to you now, doing 20 over the limit. Red light, stop. I don't play when it comes to a hot, let's get though. I don't really want a white person in a cash. I'm taking more of white Porsches than can. I need you right here, 'cause every time you call, I play with this kitty like you play with the guitars. Girls like you run around with guys like me. To say now when I come to, I need a girl like you, yeah, yeah. You get ready, you get all dressed up to go nowhere in particular. Back to work or the coffee shop, doesn't matter, 'cause it's enough to be young and in love. Don't worry, baby, oh, to be young and in love. Don't worry, baby, to be young and in love with you. Don't worry, baby. That was that.
That was nice. So we have like a comment from Kunduz says, Shad, sing something to.
Shad, sing something too. I'm gonna put this mic to Shad more deliberately next time.
And wait, yeah, let's go into the next track.
The next track is, I'm forgetting my order.
I don't know.
You help us.
Trip in my mind.
Trip in my mind. Yes, this is Saad's song. So whoever was requesting to hear more Shad, we have more Shad for you. Woo!
Okay. So yeah, I think this is good. It's cool. Can you hear? Yeah. Okay. Can I have the headphones on?
Yeah, yeah.
Hello. Yeah. So yeah, this is a song written on depression. It's called "The Trip in My Mind." Just depression takes the tone of it. Okay. Yeah.
If you knew the demons in my mind, if I revealed the truth that lay inside, if you realize my hallucinations are a lie, would you stay?
life's a product of a sad tragedy. Truth to society, the cause of my insanity. I'm not the lost, lonely boy you once thought of me. I got my beating small guitar to be my remedy. So focus on my contemplative veracity, my imaginary history of an honorary wannabe, my tragedy or comedy. I laugh at negativity and affect to do my destinies. I'm not leaving for the heavens till I become what I gotta be. Till I land this world with a fire burning inside of me. So watch me rupture your beliefs, watch me mess with your psychology. I got visionary belief, revolution ideology.
Take a trip in my mind.
Take a trip in my
See the demons inside.
See the demons so.
Take a trip in my mind.
Take a trip in my
See the demons inside.
That was Tripping My Mind by Shad Sufi. Woo!
I was reading my mind.
No, the funny part wasn't depression. The funny part was when you were like, oh, this is a song about depression. It's called Tripping My Mind. That was wonderful, actually.
I shouldn't have said depression, man.
Depression in my mind.
Yeah.
Can't help if you were experiencing it. Do we have a number here in Pakistan?
Do I?
Like on the percentage of the people?
No, do you know what number you should call?
Oh yeah, 1-800 some.
I don't know. I have no clue.
There is a number though. There was a number people were recently sharing when there was like a little social media campaign about depression awareness in Pakistan. I don't know what it was, but it does start with 1-800.
There is like a few NGOs, like there's like one my friend is starting, which is known as like Ramak Foundation, and they're like working with people who have depression and stuff. So that's really cool. Like people are doing stuff in that. That's
Cool.
good to mention.
Yeah, I'm just quickly searching if I can find the number.
Dude, don't take the song too seriously.
It's very obvious they haven't done a good job at making this issue, so
Yeah.
giving it so much exposure. But alright, so let's talk about your next track, which is.
Which
So I have Trip in my mind and
Yeah.
In my mind, which I think it's.
which
it's
are
the
the
same
same
thing,
things.
yeah.
Yeah.
Look,
Yeah. So the next song we're gonna sing is
Yeah.
Look.
yeah.
Thank you. You're. I'm really bad with remembering my own set list. Okay, I'm very proud that I know all these goddamn lyrics by heart. To be very honest, because usually I have my phone like right here, because like short-term memory loss. But yeah. So the next song is Look. It's a bit of a Debbie Downer, but it's I feel like it's a cute song. I wrote this on my way back home driving in the streets of Lahore. And I was like fully crying and like bashing, like I was like bashing my hands against the steering wheel, like really, really upset. So the chorus, the hook to this song was written then. And honestly, don't regret it because it's a good ass song and I'm really proud of it. Like it also, thank you so much. And also just like reminds me, I used to say this thing when I was writing the song. I was like, I woke up and I couldn't see a single familiar face in sight. And that was just some dramatic metaphor about like, oh, like I like was suddenly thrown out of the whack in my own life and I didn't know what to do, who to go to and whatnot. But then this song is, so it's about a look of affirmation that you share with people. Like it's like, you know, when you're in the magic of a moment and someone looks you in the eye and there's no words, there's no nothing, but there's a sincerity and a sort of like an agreement held in like through your eyes. But it's like that agreement is so like no one can hold anyone accountable to the agreement because it's like an agreement you made with your goddamn eyes. So this is about asking someone to be accountable for it in whatever whack way that I did. And this is actually a fun segue because I actually do not 100% remember the lyrics in this song. So I will just for, you know, as an exit strategy, have it open. Though I wouldn't be looking that much, hopefully. Okay. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Look, baby, look what you did to me. You left for the smokes, left me waiting at the sea. I counted the grains of the sand on my arms, they waited for you to come back and disarm me. Look, baby, look what you left on me. Next to a hairbrush and a suitcase with people you knew. I was very, very fake. I top about 100 stories out in blue. We'd often leave there so much to do. Oh, I'll throw away the birthday cake. There's no celebration in heartbreak, 'cause oh, so I shut up and got high as kind to a rest passed by. And I guess I forgot to ask for help. I swear, look what you did to me. Look how my bed you leave. You tore it apart, you cut in my heart. Oh, look what you did to me. See, baby, see the mess you've made. Ask yourself the price I paid. You broke the windows, I locked doors. I should have known you would never ever show. Oh, look, baby, look what you said to me. I'm sorry I found it hard to believe. I stayed up seldom, but only with you. You could just burn through my face black and blue. With tattoos you asked to be left alone. With scars I punched, you held you close. I thought I would just die as kind to a rest passed by. And I think I'll never ever forget your name. Look what you did to me. Look how my bed you leave. You tore it apart, you cut my heart. Look what you did to me. Oh, with tattoos you asked to be left alone. With scars that punched, you held you closer. Look what you did to me. Look how my bed you leave. You tore it apart, you clawed my heart. Oh, look what you did to me. You left the blinds open, but you burnt the heart with the end. Look what you did to me. Your best friend. Your guest saying. That was look. There was a lot of improvisation going there. I loved it.
That's one of my favorite tracks too. It's
Thank
kind
you.
of a laid back vibe. can listen to it anytime.
Mhm.
But so the next track you have is that you're gonna play is Crown.
Crown, yes,
Yeah.
which is was my first single. But थोड़ी बातचीत कर लेते हैं before Crown.
Yeah.
अभी इतना गाना सुनाया, थोड़ा बंदा थक जाता है, you know.
Yeah,
And then
Crown
like
is like very.
Crown is also such a high energy song. My God, I don't know what the hell I was thinking I was when I was like, oh, एक दिन I will have to perform this live. But करेंगे.
Like when we were doing Crown, we could only do it in one go because after that, like your fingers give up.
Yeah. But नहीं, शाद कदम बढ़ाओ, मैं तुम्हारे साथ हूँ. गाएंगे.
Okay. So can you? So when did you? So you've written some. This is just before Crown, just so the audience gets to know a bit better about you. When so you've written poetry before,
Yes,
and so
indeed.
when did you write your first poem?
I guess like first poem to I wrote like bachpan mein type, like you know, like very simple सी stupid सी probably. But I was initially, I always was a songwriter first, so I would like write songs in my notebook and whatnot. But then sometimes because I didn't like always have my keyboard with me and I didn't know how to play the uke or the guitar when earlier on, I would sometimes recite some of my songs as poems. But then the kind of poetry that I do right now to these days, which is like bilingual Urdu English, and it varies like has a very loose form. It's mostly just like a rant, but like done with like sometimes it's like kind of, it's like I'd like to call it querying rap, and also because I hate American spoken word poetry. I'm just like, I used to love it, I used to like it, and then once I started seeing how stupid it was, I couldn't undo it. But then I really like the oral tradition of storytelling in Pakistan, right? There was this actually really funny that you mentioned Raja Rani before that, because like there was this like thing that my Popo used to do, that I would like whenever like we were sleeping or whatnot, I was like, you know, I want to hear a bedtime story type, like excuse me, and she was like, she would always just like be like, okay, I'll narrate a bedtime story, and she'd be like, ek tha Raja ek tha Rani dono mar gaye khatam kahani. I was like, that's so betrayed, but also did sound really good. So that's the sort of where my like poetic style came from. It's like quick, quippy, like conversational couplets type thingies. And I started writing those like last year.
Okay, so that's how like because I don't know how I heard about you, but one of the poems that you wrote was Bugatti, and that's how I kind of discovered you, and I thought
Yeah,
it was
that's like my
amazing.
one claim to fame, my
But-
viral poem.
But your earlier poems, were they like as Bagarat as Bagarati?
So they were they weren't as Urdu as Bugatti was. Bugatti was my first like really Urdu poem. But गालियाँ मैं बचपन से निकाल रहा हूँ. And like I have this poem called Wicked Farty Goes the Floor that was uploaded way before Bugatti, and it's also pretty Bugatti.
So how did you decide that you wanted to finally put out Bagarati out there, and how did your
Oh, so I was it was winter vacations, December 2016, and we were like, you know, the winter vacations 15-10 दिन होते हैं type. So like you just meet, everyone's back from their colleges or whatnot, जिनके colleges यहाँ हैं, they're on छुट्टी time, right? So we like a lot of like friends were meeting again after like this was like our second year in college was happening, right? Like we very much dissociated from our lives in Lahore, but still are very much in love with it and whatnot, right? So it was like we were just like going to different places, partying, kabhi idhar kabhi udhar type. And in a lot of ways, like it would always like end up happening that a lot of girls in our groups, right, were having so many problems that were like being imposed on them by their parents and by their this and that, right, which is like ye na karo, wo na karo, ye na karo. And like a lot of times the things were very simple things, like I want to go meet my friend today also, it is 10 days of winter holiday, I do study. So we reached a point where like all of our friends collectively were like, dude, we're 20 years old, we're 19, whatever the hell, right, we're good students, we think we're good people, try to be as like, you know, good and kind whenever the hell we can be. So what's this bullshit with like parents are like ye na karo, wo na karo, ye na karo, kyun na karo, to bas like Emmy, yeah, oh, like, you know, acha nahi lagta, weird chill but acha nahi lagta, right? I think that's bullshit. And then we saw a lot of the boys that were revered as cool or good or whatnot, right? Or known and stuff, right? They were doing horrible shit in the city, and the same Mai who weren't letting their girls have the basic accessibility of I want to meet my friends, I want to do this, da, 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 da. We're fully ignorant of the fact that अच्छा उनके boys जो मर्जी कर रहे हैं, लड़का जब मर्जी लेटा है, right? And we're then there were some incidents. There was some person who driving away, drunk driving out of a party in Mall Town, Lahore, right? Just ran his car through a police ki type, right? And the two cops, one of the cops literally died, and he was just drunk driving. It was fucked up, and videos of this were posted on Facebook and stuff, right? But obviously usko kuch nahi hua type, right? And I was like, bro, are you kidding me? Boys, 18-year-old, 19-year-old, 20-year-old boys have so much freedom to fuck up, essentially. And girls don't have the freedom to even be simple 20-year-olds who are yes, Amma, Abba, I love you, but I have also spent my entire life with you. In a very formative part of my education, my life. Let me be my friend there. Let me have a sleepover or whatnot. And then my friends and I came up with this quip where we started describing what the boys did as what the fuck is this bagairati, right? But then we would hear the word bagairati used against us, ke ye tum bagairtoi ke saath phirte ho, da 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 da. And then I was like, dude, what's the way to embody the rights that you believe in Lahore, right? What's the way that you get things done? And my growth in HSN has taught me all the bad sides of masculinity also, but it's also taught me some prized characteristics of masculinity that also actually help you out in the world, right? This bravado, this confidence, right? This confidence of being I also am entitled to some rights, and I am entitled to have those rights. That kind of unabashed confidence, they don't teach anyone but boys, right? And so we were I don't want any of the bad parts of masculinity. I don't agree with them, I don't believe them, I don't want your privilege there. But I do recognize that I'm not going to villainize your entire character set because of your misgivings. And so we started this thing where my friend would leave their house in an Uber, right? Literally takil bicha ke on her bed type. And I was like, dude, what if you get caught? They're bro, bagairati to bagairati type. It was the only way to fight bagairati is to be bagairat yourself. And if you can do your bagairat stuff that's literally oppressing people, that's literally hurting people, I can do my bagairat stuff that's literally setting me free and also mentally is liberating me. Because when you stop normalizing Lahori society's behavior as normal and be no, what you're doing is fucked up, and I, an educated Lahori, idhar hi padha likha hu, aapke schoolon mein gaya hu, and yet I have this understanding of our society, then that means what you're doing isn't just societal norm. What you're doing is literally a societal conservative makeup that you want to concretize. So then it came a point where it was dude, I am doing this, and it's I'm really sorry if you don't agree with me, and we had fights with our parents and whatnot also, yeah, who are, but it was very much dude, now we're 20 years old, there are certain inalienable rights that I will either have or I don't care what happens to me. So agar phada karna hai to phada hai, but I am living as I am living. If I'm queer, I will be at the Lumswala rave, and if someone has an issue because I had an article out that outed HSN's whatever homophobia problem and whatnot and masculinity and all that, it's I'm at the party, I'm at the same party you are, I'm a human, you're a human, you grew up with me, 13 saal ikathe guzare hain, there's no way you're gonna be main tumhe maar dunga just because you wrote an article, because a person wrote that article. So it's very much just there is a lot of danger and risk in this. And also do understand that a lot of the dangers that we are prevented from are from class privilege and whatnot, right? But then it's very much how to mobilize that privilege instead of hiding it, being ashamed of it, or being oh, I don't have that privilege, but yeah, we do have that privilege. Now how to mobilize it for the good. So that's how the poem came to what I wrote it in one day. I thought it was kind of rough, but I just posted it, had so much fun. And then suddenly, literally within 8 hours, it was going viral. I was what the fuck is happening? My mom didn't like it because my mom is very against the concept of galia in general. And especially machud, bhenchud galia, right? She's very much dude, tumhara feminism doesn't matter to me if at the end of the day, tumhari galiyan are still maa bhen. And I was that's TSL.
Yeah, that's interesting because I was going to ask you, how did your family react to it, or which of your uncle or auntie did it piss off or make them happy?
Yeah, my family is very passive on one level, and was also very understanding of like the supremacy of logic.
Mm-hmm.
So I think even when my mom didn't like the galiyan वगैरह ना, like, and I think she's 100% right, 150% right. You know, there was like कि bro बात तो मैं सही कर रहा हूँ और आपको भी पता है मुझे भी पता है. Like बात जो मैंने की है वो सही है, ठीक है. So it's like that's like there is like that kind of like an understanding of like, you know, we're going to do what's sensible and not just like what should be done. And we still have some arguments about it, but I think like my mom, I'm very lucky to have my mother, I'm very lucky to have my siblings. They're wonderful, wonderfully accepting about so many things. They're wonderfully very, like, once again, they're very respectful of logical understanding. So it's like, bro, what's your scene? That's your scene. Why is that your scene? Okay, makes sense. Right? And it's like, yeah, I'm not hitting no one.
Exactly. So you've talked about a bunch of galis.
Yes.
So what is the most poetic gali you can give in Urdu? And
Ooh, haram khor.
that don't sound like galis at all.
Oh, that don't sound like galis at all. Haram khor sounds like a
Yeah.
gali, I guess.
Or, it's alright, yeah.
Do you have an...
No, I'm the Sharif bacha. I don't.
Oh,
say any
okay.
galis.
Dude, I wish I wouldn't do the galis, especially I wouldn't do the maa behan wali galis, right? Because I like fully took my mom's point and I was like, dude, you are 100% right, I'm such a dumbass. But a gali that that doesn't sound like a gali.
Or it could be like.
Or it could
But
It
your
should be,
first choice
like,
was
what's
a
a
good one,
poetic
actually.
gali?
I think haram khor is very poetic, but that's also because I think it's poetic because it's my best friend's Instagram handle, and I think it's such a beautiful handle.
It's a badass hand.
It's a badass handle. It's like haram khor, like, yes, bro. And yeah,
And so.
ghatia. Oh my god, no, actually my favorite gali that doesn't sound like a gali is ghatia. Ghatia. Ghatia इंसान है तो.
So यार बात सुनाओ कि हम इतनी देर अंग्रेजी में भी बात की है.
मैं तो बीच में उर्दू भी बोल रहा था.
तो थोड़ा हमें थोड़ा सा एक तो or just a couple of verses बगैरती के भी सुना दो हमारी
Okay, चलो.
audience and then we'll dive into
I don't remember the puri poem, but I'll tell you the part that I remember. It's kind of small, but like it's a good part. I recited this poem actually at the Cafe Commune launch the other day, and it was really weird because they kind of like they were like, oh, do Bugatti your crown, and then we just like somehow decided to do
I know they
Bugatti.
were like really young kids.
Dude, yeah, we had to kick the young kids out. Like a few kids were like told bye to. But dude, no, it was crazy. Lots of people already knew the poem and they were like reciting some parts of it with me. It was crazy. But yeah, I was like very unsure because I was like, acha, there is a video. Just whoever wants to see Bugatti, please see the video. But I guess there is something to live performance. Though I just genuinely think like of a recitation thing, you know. It's the same thing, but I'll do it. मेरी जो जोया है ना वो गाड़ी में बैठती है कभी वापस नहीं आती. जी हाँ बगैरती है तो बगैरती है. नहीं बोलूँगा मैं डीपर नहीं उगा रहा मैं एक दाढ़ी. वॉच मी फकिंग फाइट द सिटी ड्राइविंग इन माई गाड़ी. फेल देना तो फेल दे फिर उठ जाएंगे यार. थप्पड़ मारना मार ले फिर बगैरत बन जाएंगे. बाद में जो भी होना होगा वो मेरे पे छोड़ दे तू. तब तक मैं आवारा दिस हैज नथिंग फकिंग डू विद यू. बगैरती है तो फिर बगैरती है. आवारा ऑल्सो इज अ गाली आई लव.
Nice. So let's dive into the track.
For
Crown.
shizzle.
We've been waiting for.
Okay.
And
To
tell us a bit about it. Just
Crown I wrote on the streets of New Haven, which is where I go to school, because I got kicked out of a party on Crown Street. I got kicked out of a party. It was really, really embarrassing because I already knew it was going to be a shitty party, and I asked my friends, I was like, bro, like, I think they don't like me, I should not go. They're like, bro, do I mean tension later type, like, no one hates you, da da da. I think, हाँ बात तो सही होगी, anxiety stupid, चलो let's go to the party. I go to the party and they kick me out of the party. After I've already been there for 30 minutes, it was super embarrassing. But I realized that a lot of the stuff that led to it, I'd written an article then also. I'd be writing these articles that piss people the fuck off.
But you got a great song.
Yeah, got a great song out of it. And so it was like a party on Crown Street. They still have a house on Crown Street. So, but like now we fixed our vibes. The people who threw the party and But yeah, I realized that I've been kicked out of a lot of parties in my life. I also got kicked out of a Model Town party once. It was wonderful. And I realized that I do things that people can't be aggressively against, but they passively be like, dude, tu fuck off ho jata hai, right? And I'm like, chalte. So this
More
is
songs to write about.
more songs to write about, yeah. So this Crown song is sort of like I'm trying to make the kid who's like me, who's kicked out of all these cool parties and stuff, dance with me. And it's also like kind of like, Nicki Minaj style, like rapping, excuse my language, these bitches to shame. The ones who kicked me out and whatnot. And the people in the world who have kicked me out and kicked kids like me out. So this is about my crown.
Sweet.
Awesome.
Sarah.
I'm tryna be chill aggressively. Check my highlight, we pretty team. Got all them clubs obsessed with me. You know when I pull up, show me the recipe. Don't embarrass yourself in front of me. You try to make me drink a bitch cup. This ain't a fucking plan, you a hiccup. I plan on my record, sing 50 songs, smoke 17 bowls in just 1 hour of a day. Till my game show on and your party song with my big mouth off, cause they only hear say dancing with the world on a visa permit. Credit card mouth to pay the bill running. Try to fix my hand it up, coloring shit. Done 10 times, this is what you earn. And dancing with the world on a visa permit. Dancing with the world on a visa permit. Dancing with the world on a visa permit. Why won't you dance with the world on a visa? I'm trying to cause the commotion, make your ironic eyes listen. Get up all up in your cynicism bullshit, because I up fucking business. I'm trying to get you out of your mellow flow. Find your strangers, inspire you to get slow. I talk about sincerity and clarity. What's your say you mad at me? Drove out the call it hell. See my academic remedy. Same words that go in your goddamn ear. I learn, don't change my motto every year. I play well like GTA for simulation. So be the truth that I'm naked on my own. I'll dance for freedom and prophetic bravery. I bum your ciggies out for the sake of savory. Grace in your bar party, only cocaine club. Never felt enough, and you can't really make me. You can't really make me. Apology if honestly I know that I'm iconically bad at this. Making friends anonymous, you disrespect and charging her shit high. He's proud that you bitch. I'm trying to make some fun. Dancing with the world on a visa permit. Credit card mouth to pay the bill running. Try to fix my hand it up, coloring. Shoot shit, done 10 times, this is what you want. And then dancing with the world on a visa permit. Dancing with the world on a visa permit. Dancing with the world on a visa permit. Why won't you dance with the world on a visa? Who came in with a controversy? I got my own column. Watch these bad boys fight me, watch me fucking fall them. Watch these bad boys fight me, watch me fucking fall them. Watch me fucking fall them, watch me fucking sorry I came. On your lips I put my name, on your lips clean them out, oh bitch, it's not a good fit. I'm sorry I came. On your lips I put my name, on your lips clean your mouth out, bitch, it's not a good fit. Dancing with the world on a visa permit. Credit card mouth to pay the bill running. Try to fix my hand and up coloring. Shoot shit, don't dance sound into what you want. And then I dancing with the world on a visa permit. I dancing with the world on a visa permit. And then I dancing with the world on a visa permit. Think I'll take my sermon back, better serve it myself, yaar. Dude, that song really takes the goddamn soul out of me. But super fun to perform.
Karachi community radio audience and tell them to just any last
Hey, I Heart KCR community.
last words, yeah.
Thank you, guys, so much for tuning in. Thank you generally to all Karachiites who have extended their time to me while I was here. You guys have been very, very, very sweet and very, very, very nice. And I will leave Karachi much more inspired about the future of Pakistan than I was before coming here, because I fucking love the queer socialist leftist revolution that you guys have brewing in these little chaiwalas and like these little community spaces. And I know what you guys are up to, and I'm so happy and so proud that I can contribute in whatever ways I can. And I'm so happy to be in Karachi. Shad, would you like to say anything to our community?
You said most of it, man. But, yeah, it's cool, and I really like that this platform is supporting like individual artists, like upcoming artists, like Zulfi and myself. So like, yeah, thanks for that, and yeah.
And thank you, John Zay, for this wonderful setup. Can you guys still see the freaky shit? The freaky shit's actually here. This is no green screen. I'm not kidding, look. It's a green screen.
So yeah, thanks a lot, guys, for coming through and sharing your thoughts and playing some music for us. And thanks for visiting Karachi, and we hope you come back again and bring more creativity to the scene.
And more baddies.
And more baddies. And yeah, follow Zulfi on his SoundCloud, Instagram. Follow, like, subscribe. And yeah, support Karachi Community Radio so we can do more shows and keep doing this. And do recommend any creative artists or any good producers that you know of that no one knows of, or they're hiding somewhere, or more people should get to know about them. That's what KCR is for. And yep, that's it. All right, thank you.
Peace.
And
Peace.
thanks for tuning into Karachi Community Radio again.